Sorry guys, I forgot to start the video on this little endeavor we got going here. So I have my Harbor Fright pipe bender. You know, this screw deal is like a pain in the butt to screw and bend, screw and bend, screw and bend and roll and all that. And it's a tough deal. But it does bend pipes. So as you can see, most of it is already taken apart. And I got my hydraulic pipe bender. Didn't work out quite the way I thought it would. I don't know, probably need to check instructions. You guys probably know how to work this thing better than I do. But I decided I was going to try to combine the best of both worlds and have it roll and bend with the hydraulic pressure, so you're not breaking your hand on that deal, trying to screw and bend and screw and bend. So I've already got one half of this thing cut off. We're going to fit this up top here and hope for the best. We're going to use one of the sides inverted to hold it all together, to help hold it all together. We'll see how that works out. We're just shooting about the hip. We got this Micky Mouse shoot off the hip kind of build here, and we're gonna see if we can't come up with something. So I'm gonna get the side cut off. We'll get this fitted and go from there. And hopefully we'll come up with something that works. So here we are. We got both sides cut off of this thing here, and that's how it looks without it. Big piece of big block steel over there. So okay, like I said, it fits nicely right on top. Alright, so okay guys, so here's where we're at with this. This is the general plan. So already cut the big pieces off there, and we marked off where we're going to weld the cross piece here. We marked off where we're going to cut that at, here and there. We're going to weld it there. We're going to think about those there, but generally this will go here, and we'll have a choice of using those wheels or the ones that came with the Harbor Fright one. But yeah, hoping for the best here. We're still Micky Mousing. This also had a axle here to just keep it stable against the whole thing. So hopefully this is going to work out, and I'll get the results I'm looking for. So we're getting ready to instead of doing all the grinding, cutting, it's kind of annoying. We're going to break out the plasma cutter and just zip across here and cut another one for the other side. And we're probably going to lop the top of these off and figure out what we're going to probably, I don't know, cut an angle and reinforce against this. I don't know, we'll see. We'll probably so we'll see what we're going to do with that. Also, I did manage to don't know if you can see, but there was a locking collar that fit perfectly. So it's like it's meant to go together. So there it is. It's kind of stable. But yeah, we're going to break out the plasma cutter and get this thing cut up and start welding it up. And let's try bending our first pipe on this Micky Mouse machine here. Okay guys, so we're continuing with our Micky Mouse merge build between the Harbor Fright pipe bender and the eBay pipe bender. So this was all in order to. The eBay, the Harbor Fright bender is a good bender. It's just that this damn screw, I hated it. Once you start getting tension on this thing, it's like hard as hell to turn, and it's just not fun. Okay, so here's our agglomeration of the two in the progress we've made thus far. So we've got our bars cut and welded. Broke off the plasma cutter and got that cut real quick and welded it up. But unfortunately, we forgot about the warping that welding can cause, and that brought this plate out of line a little bit from the whole unit. So it's kind of a curve here, or you can probably still see it a little bit. So we're using the original bracket here to bring things back in line for this side. So we're going to work on this side of the machine and then get our bar. We got our bar cut and we're going to get it welded and get this side done, and hopefully it'll work. Let's see. So we're going to continue with our Micky Mouse agglomeration between the Harbor Fright and eBay pipe benders. So that happened. Caught a little blowback from the plasma cutter, and the hot chip right up my glove. Gonna be feeling that for a while. Alright, so here we go, guys. I've completed most of my welding. Might be a tack here, a tack there. Probably a seam I missed, but for the most part, here is our agglomeration of the Harbor Fright and eBay pipe benders. Now, as I said numerous times before, this screw was a pain in the ass with this thing. Okay, so now we got a hydraulic pump in here. I mean, hydraulic jack in here to do the pushing while we can roll a piece of pipe in here and get a nice bend on it. The other problem with this thing was, so you see it's oriented pretty much upside down from what it originally was, but it bends pipes this way. So in that orientation, as you try to bend a pipe, it would flop over either way, and because of the weight, and you would end up messing up your bend. It wouldn't be a straight bend. So hopefully this configuration will also fix that. We've pumped it up a couple of times. It doesn't bind up too badly, but in my infinite wisdom, I forgot about this. Funny. Good thing is I can always take this apart and flip this on the other side, but that will also make it awkward, and you would have to walk around your pipe that you're bending to bend it and then roll it. But at least you can still do some pumping here. As you can see, it's incrementing, and go ahead and remove and roll. So I don't think that's too big of an issue. We'll deal with it. We'll see how it works out. So right now we're going to see about trying to bend a piece of scrap pipe that we have sitting aside here, and hopefully we get a good bend out of it. I mean, we'll see. Alright, fellas, here we go. The results of all my labor. The first piece didn't come out right because I was using the wrong size dies. So I was using 1-inch dies with probably like 1 1/4 inch pipe, so that didn't work out too well. Yeah, you guys want to see my screw up? There it is. I screwed up again, so yeah. But I'm much more pleased with these results than what I was getting out of this thing before, as just the Harbor Fright bender and the eBay bender. So The only thing I wish now is if I had a hydraulic motor to run this stupid wheel. But somebody else could probably do that, one of my boys. But I had an idea with the extra pieces back here. I thought I would weld them onto the base to give me more leverage off of this thing. I think I would do that there on both sides to give me more leverage on the wheel, give it more of a base to work with as far as leverage and everything. But I am happy with the results. It's much more quicker work. It's a more straighter bend than what I was getting before, because I would get some horrible stuff out of this thing and just couldn't use it. So sat up for a while. So now I can use it. I'm pretty happy with it right now. That's about the only other thing that I would do. Maybe I could do some mechanical way to get the lever off of behind the wheel here. Maybe that would probably be the extent of the upgrades, but I think I'm going to weld these down to the base of the machine, so I'll get a little bit more stability out of this thing, so it's not doing that number on me. So I think I'll do that much. And of course we'll finish it with red paint, maybe, or maybe we'll do it a different color. I don't know, we'll see. Color doesn't matter, it works. Alright guys, so we are all but done with our Micky Mouse agglomeration between the Harbor Fright pipe bender and the eBay pipe bender. As you can see, we welded the extra pieces down at the base to give us more stability and leverage against the wheel. We already bent the pipe on it and it looks okay. It's better than what I was doing before, and it's better, worlds better than that damn thing. So yeah. So now we can use this thing to probably bend pipes for this guy. I don't know if you guys are on my Instagram, but we decided to go ahead and rebuild the garage door racer. Many of you might recognize that seat from Harbor Fright. Got it from a buddy a while ago. So we're not going to be using too much of this thing. Electronics, of course, the motor, of course, and I don't know, maybe we'll recycle the seat, but if you guys want to help me with a new seat, that will be great. But other than that, that'll probably be the only thing we cut out of here, because it was a bitch getting in there. Because you can't, because of the way the seat's built with the hydraulic, yeah, you can't weld on that thing. So yeah, we might end up using the handlebars. We're using the handlebars, but yeah, other than that, not much is going to be reused. Of course, the brakes and some of the hardware, but that's it. It's going to be a totally new frame. We were kind of inspired by my nephew's bike over there, mini bike that I built up for him. So, of course, we decided to do this build, and this is going to work out pretty good. So we'll see what kind of frame we can come up with this guy. So stay tuned for that one, guys. Oh, and that's another thing. So I figure I could probably still use the eBay dies that came with the eBay bender. So the whole wheel of this thing can come apart, and I can still probably slap one of these on top of the peg down there. So we'll do that and try that at a later date, but for now, this is what we got. We're not gonna paint this thing. This is just a raw piece of equipment. It's not gonna be outside in the rain or anything. We might wanna just probably put a protective coat on it, and that'll be about it. Other than that, that is it, guys, with this quick little tool build up or agglomeration between the Harbor Fright and eBay benders.